We'd like them to apply if possible. We're looking for 10 gardens to show. And the application is on the website under the Beautification Committee Garden Walk. If you can't do that, I'm sure that if you went up to the front office, they could get one printed for you so you could fill it out. But deadline is July 11th for applications. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Crowley.
Just a couple things tonight, sir. First, I just would like to remind everybody we are approaching our 14th annual Village of Midlothian Independence Day Parade. That will kick off on June 29th at 11 a.m. And also, there is still time to sign up if you'd like to be in the parade. The form is online. You can apply right online. And then National Night Out, we will be coming up to that. We have a huge entertainment, a lot of fun, and a lot of activities and vendors for people, and it's a completely free event, and that will be August 6th from 5 to 9. And that's all I have to say, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I would thank Lieutenant Thibault working with Crazy Liquidation to make do for that day for their east or west entrance. It sounds like EMA and you guys can handle that.
Let us turn off our east side of the cover.
Okay.
Yes, that's what he said.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Chief Hotwagner?
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. You feeling better?
Getting there.
Okay. Chief Delaney?
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Superintendent Sperry?
Nothing today, sir.
Can you speak briefly about the lead service line? I know there were some questions. First, I guess I kind of blew over that. The $3 million, over $3 million we received from Illinois EPA to get this program going. That's not coming directly out of our general fund at this time. It's a loan.
Correct. IEPA low interest loan.
Low interest loan that we're hoping will be forgivable.
It will be.
It will be.
100%.
Okay. There was also some questions from residents regarding the letter they received from IEPA, concerned that they had lead in their line. Can we speak to that briefly too?
Well, we were trying to word this correctly.
That's why I asked you. I'll say the wrong.
Caught me off guard.
I know.
We were required to send out a letter to anybody that either has a known lead service water line, a galvanized lead line, or galvanized service line, or a line that we are unsure of on the public side of the service line. That means from the water main to the curb stop, which is the B box, commonly known as the B box. So there's a lot more letters went out than there are lead lines. It was just a requirement that we were required to do. This is an ongoing project. We're going to constantly be potholing, exploring, and fine-tuning our audit as far as our inventory on lead service lines. If you got one that says you have lead, then we do know that you have a lead service line. At this point, we have $2.755 million to replace as many lines as we can. We went out to bid for a lot more than that because we could always cut it off, but we want to make sure we got a better unit price from the contractor so that $3 million something that we got approved tonight, we're not going to spend all that this round. We'll only spend up to the 2.755. So the village won't have to pay for any of that. If you do have a lead service line, we'll replace it, all portions of the lead. If it's copper from the main to the B box, then that'll stay, and then they'll replace from there into the house, and they'll restore the house, the home, to a certain degree. You know, somebody's built things around their water meter or something, and there's only so much they're going to do with that.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
So part of the reason that many more unknown letters went out than we anticipated was because recently there was a definition change in how IEPA defines unknown, and it was a subtle kind of swap that happened where previously we had considered these to not be lead because of other methodology, and because IEPA changed this, we were forced to send out letters to these people saying they are unknown, even though we have a high degree of certainty that they're not lead.
And a lot of our inventory was based on meter change-out projects that we've had. We've had a couple, I think 2 in the last 14 years. So when the contractor goes in the home, changes out your meter, he makes a note of what that meter type is, the material that it is. So if it's, let's say it's copper, they write down copper. So then we put that in our inventory. Well, that's only the private side. That's what David's referring to, is they changed it. Now they want to know what the public side is. So somebody could have come along and put a copper line in from the B box to the house.
Right.
So originally though, they didn't require that. So we wouldn't have had that many letters, and it was like at the last minute they changed that. So we just had to send these letters out just to make people aware of the dangers of exposure to lead. And
But-
if
but
you don't
bottom
know,
line-
play it safe, let your water run, all the things that are listed on that, you know.
But bottom line, our water is tested on a regular basis. And
Yeah, there's no lead in our water.
There's no indication there's any
There's no lead in our water. This is all reflective of your service line.
Right.
When water sits in a line overnight, the lead leaches into the water and then comes into your system. But we're not pumping lead water.
Okay.
So run your faucets.
Okay. Anything else? Sorry.
No, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Plato?
Nothing to report tonight, sir.
Well, can you speak to what's going on with Jolly Homes and how we're trying to move forward with the construction of the flood mitigation project?
So we've got 3 sources of funding that we are actively applying for and trying to balance and, see how they're all gonna kind of fit together. The full application went in for MWRD on May 17th. We had a positive meeting with them before that went in. They want a large match associated with any funding that they give out. The total project's gonna be in the range of 5.6 million for construction. They said their hard cap is 2 million per year, which would work well for the project, but they want to see a certain amount of match from the village. Even though that isn't explicitly defined anywhere, the way they worded it to us was, the more match you put up, the higher chance it is that we're willing to fund you. So to supplement that possible source of funding, we applied for the FEMA hazard mitigation grant, which that was only a pre-application, that was due the same day. We applied for the full project. They asked us for more information and gave us the ability to submit a full application, which didn't happen last time I applied with them. So we've made progress there. And then we had a discussion earlier today that we're going to also apply for the IEPA Green Infrastructure Grant. They will only pay for the pond portion of the Jolly Homes project, which is still a very significant cost. It's the most significant cost in the project. It's in the range of like 1.6, 1.7 million out of it. So we are going to apply purely for that part of it, and then it's possible that that would be able to constitute a match with some of these other sources of funding. The bottom line is, I'm starting to get cautiously optimistic that we might be able to get this project funded for 2025. We will see. And I will keep you all diligently up to date as I hear more information.
So David, so what you just described, the village, we would not have to pay anything if we got all the matches?
It all depends on who's willing to give what.
But that's what you're hoping?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cleaning and televising was completed. Do you have any feedback of any help after the cleaning of this?
What I've heard is that it's performing much better
I believe so too.
from the people who live there. But I don't go and investigate it after every rain.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
That's the end of my report.
So you think,
Deputy Clerk Harris.
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Director Redmond.
Just one item there. Today we submitted an application to DCEO for a $1 million grant to help fund the new public works facility. That $1 million will cover about 15.5% of the total cost of the project.
Thank you.
That's all I have tonight, sir.
And the audit is so very close.
The audit is so very close. There were some updates that need to take place. We did review it, and there were some changes that Lollabach and Amon has to make. They will review that this week. We're hoping to get final rules soon, so that we can report that to Emma, and then we can finally be up to date. The audit for fiscal year '24 is on the books already for August 12th.
Excellent. Thank you, ma'am. Attorney Valdez?
Nothing except the authorization for settlement of a workers' compensation claim against the village, which will be presented to you in closed session today.
All right. Under my business, just a couple of things. We were announced today that CMAP has awarded us the traffic safety grant that we applied for a while back and have been working diligently with them to get that approved. So that's a great news. I should be getting contacted by their project manager soon to get the ball rolling, but that's a fantastic win for us. And then I wanted to remind everyone, next board meeting, 2 weeks from today, would be the Volunteer Appreciation Board meeting. So I'm asking them all to make sure your committee members are invited so that they can be recognized as a very fantastic group of people.
And when is this?
2 weeks from today.
The 26th?
I'm correct in that, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that is all I have tonight. Clerk Moscow.
I just have one item, and that is Deputy Clerk Harris received a block party request for July 4th from the 143rd block of Costner from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. It is signed by 3 different residents of the block. Do any board members have any concerns? No. If not, Deputy Clerk Harris will send them a letter. And that is all I have.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately. Hold one. Hold, please. Any chance you could find the statute that I'm supposed to read to go to closed session, because you didn't put it on closed session? I always keep it handy. Sorry about this. I think I have it memorized by now, so many times we go to closed session.
I would if I could reach my files.
I got it.
Could have went back to
Here we go.
number 10. Thank you. At this time, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn to closed session to discuss litigation when an action against or affecting or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed or has been pending before a court.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are in closed session. There is no further action following closed session. Thank you all.